Hi. Oh my god, I am so. Hi. Hi, Noka. Hello. It's Ace Attorney Investigate. Dios mío, la fucking gallina, puñeta. Hi. Done? As I was saying, I'm never gonna escape that goddamn chicken. I just gotta accept it. Hi, I want to play Mystery Investigations. I'm just gonna go into it right now because I've been... I wanted to start earlier, but I was doing other things, and when I was prepping, I had to do other things, and now I'm here, so we're gonna play a game. We're just gonna go do it. Go right now. Go play video game. Go play video game. Wow, video game. Yeah. Oh fuck. Hold on. I forgot. Shit. It's all gone to shit. Shit. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're all good now. It's all good now. Fuck me. Okay. Not even gonna like just say hi. I hope everyone's having. Fuck the music. Whoa. Did I talk to him already? I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Alifred statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents? I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective. Dawn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Well, I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. So, that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no! There will be no touching! What a waste! How horrible to see a priceless piece of cloth soiled. I assure you it wasn't me. I believe it to be the work of the killer. I will teach that killer a lesson. You can be sure I will! It would be the LeBlanc Revolution. I think he meant the LeBlanc Retribution, but either way, it sounds intimidating. See, like this? Okay. No. 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 Nope. 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 You! I can say you have the guts to show me a piece of art at this time. But from a single glance I can already tell it is mostly worthless. Ha! This has much more value as a piece of non-art, I assure you. You look like you have something to say. Perhaps you are thinking like casting pearls before swine. You actually hit the nail on the head for once. So you're finally paying my wasted money. Sorry, but there's absolutely nothing inside this wallet. How dare you! You are wanting to trick me! I will sue for fraud. Mr. LeBlanc, are you seriously considering a courtroom tango with me? I hope not, but in case you are, there is a certain lawyer I can introduce you to. Aw, how sweet. He's getting Phoenix more work. How sweet of him. Okay. So Mr. Hicks was actually an Interpol agent. That's so cool. I can't believe he was from Interpol. The adventure, the glamour. And the miraculous big escape when you get caught by the enemy. Except in this case, there was no big escape. And no miracle. If you spot anything off, you come and tell me right away, okay, pal? Roger, sir. Rather unusual for Gumshoe to be so directing. He must outrank this officer. If you run into any trouble, you just leave it up to me, okay? Yes, sir. Watch out, Detective Gumshoe. Ow! Scruffy, I think your ego is in need of some deflating. I was following in your footsteps, sir. I want to try patronizing my subordinates. Oh, and unforgiving to the detective, even in front of his own subordinate. If I may have a word with you, Francisca. I don't think you have the time for idle chatter. You still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is in fact reality. The leftover suitcases sit here lined up in 2 pretty neat rows. Too bad for Miss Tenero, but this design is unmarketable. I'd buy one if it was cheaper, sir. Do you think they'd sell it for me at a discount? Oh, or why don't they sell them in the airport? Have a bargain basement sale. Buy one, get one free. If you win the raffle, you get one more for free. How about those ideas, sir? I think if they did that, everyone would lose. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. No matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special keycard. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's control panels require a keycard, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one, it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only. What kind of operation is this airline running? Good job, officer. Mr. LeBlanc is certainly not an easy person to hold back. No thanks necessary, sir. It's all part of the job, even if he did eventually get by. Well, I have a few things to ask him anyway, so it worked out in your favor this time. Thank you very much, sir. Next time, I'll be sure to not let anyone through. Even if it takes my life in the process, sir. I appreciate the sentiment, however, we can't have people getting hurt on the job either. Aw. Okay, it looks like maybe some logic time? Yay! If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things! Those thieves would not dare! I have the certification of my cargo right here! Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once! I can't read this. What does it say? It says plain as day the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Ah. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right. This. I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is the olive red? Gives off such a feeling of what? I can practically smell it. The statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at the museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Hold on. Let me see something. No, not you. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, yeah. Wait. Hold on. Is this in Europe or in Shangfa? It might be in Europe. Okay. So this is the infamous olive red statue. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. Yeah, right off the bat, I can see this. Is this spot somehow connected to any evidence? Yes! Yes! Right here. These, wonder if you'll complete this case tonight. I hope so. I feel like I'm getting close to it. I feel like I'm getting close to the end of this case. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spitting with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah, sir! They're red! As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc. What do you want? Do you not know I am a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The olive red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip! Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What is it? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large fellow has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you! Confirmed. Gumshoe has prettier eyes than Edgeworth. I wasn't talking about the two of us! I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the sudden yelling? Now then! Oh! It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe! Ah! Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake?! I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Shangfa. And I will present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Is there something going on here? Yes, I see. Wait, no? No. It's like not very aligned, but I don't think it would be that like specific in detail. Let me see. So, no, I keep hitting the wrong button. No, 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 no. Hold on. Teeth, maybe? Up, down, down, up. Well, the picture is up, down, down, up. This really draws my attention, but it couldn't be this, could it? Unless? Maybe it's this after all? What do you think, Detective? Well, I think it's really suspicious looking, sir. My well-trained gut tells me so. I see. Well, then I must be mistaken. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait, no. This is connecting to the other thing. Is it this? What's this? The statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense. Haha! You! What did you say now? Father, my clothing's hem is not being stepped on by anyone! It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinates. Why should I forgive if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it! Oh, okay. I guess that doesn't mean anything. What do we have here? It says Shangfa Express on the cloth, sir. Something is tugging in the corner of my mind, as though something is out of place. Oh, wait, okay. So this alley of red is a fake. That art dealer isn't looking too happy about it either, sir. I will get to the bottom of this for his sake as well as mine. Can't believe you were able to tell this was a fake from a single glance, sir. You knew right away that its eyes were a different color than the ones in the photo. Yes, unlike a certain detective who needs to try a little harder. The fact that this is a fake means it was swapped with the real one at some point. There's still something else I need to investigate. The leftover suitcases sit here, lined up in 2 pretty neat rows. Oh wait, he's saying the same thing. We're talking about the same thing. Ah! Anything else left to investigate? Is there anything else I have? In terms of evidence? Oh. holes in the eye sockets. They were made to look just like real gems. So you mean these aren't real? Do you really think the forgers would waste that kind of money on a replica? I guess not. Oh! I just got a really great idea! I could probably find some rocks down by the river I could polish up to look like real jewels. I think I'll try that out and give one to Maggie as a present next time. I wonder if he's serious. I wonder if I should try to stop him if he is. Is this when I present the document? Maybe? Nope. Oh, fuck. What else do they want me to do? Let me check all my evidence. I can't do any logic right now. Maybe it's the sheets? Ah! No. I don't want to give over, no! God, what do they want? I don't want to give over, no! I think it let me save at least. Alright. Let's look over all the evidence we have so far. So, we have a badge, we have the wallet. I don't think it has anything to do with this. Pick juice footprints. We have the photo this photo was taken at the museum in Europe. Okay, so this was in Europe. Okay. It was loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 a.m. at the transfer point. Matthew was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Leaf red. Documentation written in Virginia proof that the statue was loaded on board in Europe. Okay, so this was in Europe, and then it got onboarded from Europe. But at some point, the statue was switched with a fake, so it had to have been when they stopped at Shenfa. The question is how? And there's nothing to examine on the statue, it seems. Nothing to examine on the statue itself. Is it all the cracks on it, maybe? To examine that I missed. Staircase, no. Top, no. No, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, And I can't really do any logic right now because we don't have any logic stuff. So I have to figure this out with what I have now, but like, what could it be? What did I say about this again? The Shanghai Express and the cloth. It has to be with this, because he wouldn't say something else otherwise. Does Shanghai Express on the cloth? Something is standing in the corner of my mind as though something is out of focus. Okay. I'm guessing it has to be this, maybe? This with the Alive Red certificate? Because, like, if this has been here since the Europe trip, then it shouldn't be on top of the cloth, right? Because this had to arrive during Shimfa, which was the stop after Europe. So it has to be that, right? That makes the most sense. I'm gonna assume that's it. So this, maybe? Really? No? Why? What else could it be? Huh? Like it has to be the cloth, the Zhengfa thing, right? So like huh? Am I selecting the wrong spot, maybe? Virginia, proof that the statue was loaded on board Europe. Could it be this? It was loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 a.m. Document written in Virginian. This was in Europe. Like either the red certificate or the cargo from Jingfa. I feel like is the one that has to make the most sense. I don't have a lot of HP left because I fucked around too much. So I can't take any chances or else I get a game over. What could it be? It has to be this, right? Like, it has to be. But, like, what? Huh? Is it the picture, maybe? No, that doesn't make sense. This doesn't tell me anything. It has to be either the thing or the cargo, right? Am I doing it wrong? Did I not present this? What? Did I not present that earlier? I feel like I did! I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. There is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of a cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. That's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on the top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Shangfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Shangfa. But then, what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of a flight? There is only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that in mid-flight. He could have just as easily expected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Oh, thank you. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes. While this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Shangfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory that the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Shangfa leg of the trip. There would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer! Move this statue immediately! I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now! Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the elephant statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. Oh! I see. There was a reaction to luminol. An indication that there was blood in the spot. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprits cleaned the blood up well. How do you think the killer did that? Ah! With the rag! With the cloth!
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Shangfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Shangfa? There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Shangfa, then this becomes highly suspect. Recall Miss Mealy's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Shangfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims that Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but... That totally contradicts the facts, sir! But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Mealy herself. Get the stewardess! Oh wow, it was that close to the end of this part. Oops. Oh well. There she is. Miss Mealy. Miss Mealy! Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Shangfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Shangfa. Oh? Miss Cammy Mealy! Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Mealy. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. Ugh. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well, Miss Mealy, if you please tell me about your alibi during the time span. Just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Ashford? Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Girl, what? How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Mealy, wake up! Ah! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Girl is so eepy.
Hold it!
Miss Mealy, wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about the flight attendant this instant! Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip into appropriate use? Okay.
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda. Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating, and then having a most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way! Sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Yeah.
Hold it!
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! Awake. Ouch! What did you whip me for, sir? Oh, I miss. Poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. Then she was in the flight attendant's room all by herself.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes? Miss Mealy, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. What are you talking about? No, it's not possible that you were alone in the attendant's room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. You just said he was, like, alone. He was in his seat.
Take that!
Now take a look at this eye-opening piece of evidence. Miss Millie, I need you to wake up and take a look at this! Enough of your foolishness now. Hurry up and show us the real evidence! Guess this wasn't as eye-opening as I thought. Hi, View! Oh, did you say something? Finally awake, Molly. What do you mean? I've been awake this whole time. Aw, it's alright if you were sleeping, pal. Pay no mind to the scruffy detective beside you and wake up! Yeah! Hurry up and wake up, Miss Millie! Enough with the clowning around. This is my show and I will resolve the contradictions as I see fit. So it's not this. What does this say? Is it this? Because it says that... Let me see. Hold on. I tried the charger and it's tricky, but using it, well, gives me a power trip. The dualies, though? Crack cocaine. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus with those weapons. I'm glad you're enjoying Splat 2, from the looks of it. Are you been doing mostly Octo expansion, or are you doing, like, are you actually playing, like, online and stuff? Maybe it's the Go You magazine? I was like, it says she was in her room during, like 5 and 6, but it says that meals were delivered.
Objection!
Nope, not this. In that case, I might be wrong. Oh, Octo King, true. That's true. Story mode is like a good tutorial for like the game itself. And it's fun. I think out of the Splatoon stories, I think 3 is my favorite overall. Like the way the ranking for me is like I really like 3, and then I like 1 and then 2. Not to say any of them are bad, but that's how I like them in terms of like by enjoyment. I try along at some point, though. Well, if you ever do, let me know. I would love to play with you. Maybe it'll get me to dust off Splatoon 2, my Splatoon 2 cartridge. It's been ages since I last played Splatoon 2.
Hold it!
What if I press this without, like, pointing out the objection? Don't raise an objection. Okay, she hasn't exactly given me much to object to yet, after all. What did I miss? Barely awake, are we? Oh, it's just... Her sprite animations are so cute.
Hold it! Hold it!
Maybe I do have to present a contradiction here? Yeah, pretty much. Like, two stories pretty much just like a remix of one story. But I guess it is a good refresher for folks that never got to play one. Which is sad, because I really like Splatoon 1. Splatoon 1 is so fun. I wish I still had my Wii U so I could play it again. Okay. Raise an objection. True! Very true. I think in terms of the DLCs, Octo expansion is still, like, the best one out of all of them. Like, I love Side Order, don't get me wrong, but something about Octo expansion just hits super different. There is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. I don't think it's the Go You magazine, but let's see. It's not. What evidence do I have? Is it this? On board during the refueling between... It's not this, because I already tried this, and she said she made a boo-boo. Is it this, maybe?
Take that!
Oh, it was that! I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mealy. Huh? A receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Tenero. Yes? Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in Flight Shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendant's room and to drop it off. And did you see Miss Mealy there at that time? No. So, Miss Mealy, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Mealy! Huh? The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda left. I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk! I really like Cammy. She's funny.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks are also turned out to be a bunch of lies. But say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
Hold it!
She is already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten? Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that! I mean, me! A killer! Miss Melee, what did you mean by just now, by no one else who could have done it? He's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and shop.
Hold it!
She forgot. And what are you in charge of, Miss Melee? I take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count! Aw, but I spent so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Virginian. She is the only one in this flight who is fluent. Interesting. Oh, you mean that kind of... Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Virginian. She's fluent in Virginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Virginian. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Virginian. Very interesting. Thank you! I have a lot of fun voicing her. Let's see. Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes. But why? While Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crimes. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. I like when they do like subtle jabs at Phoenix. But I do not honestly believe Miss Melee does any actual work aboard this flight. Oh, but that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, all I'm in charge of are the attendance rooms and some Virginian stuff.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Virginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things from and into Virginian. And he is the only member of the crew who understands Virginian, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Melee, I take it then that is your job to process all Virginian paperwork. See, I totally pulled my weight around here. So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work. Miss Mealy, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus. There you go, pushing everything onto her again. I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh? The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. So, she's in charge of translating stuff to Borginian. Does that include the documents I have here with me? Like this, for example?
Objection!
So, you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I studied abroad in Virginia for a while. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Mealy. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you! Ooh. Oh, well, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, hold on. She is wide awake now. She is wide awake now. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? Oh no, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. You can't use that fact alone to make your allegations of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really? All you did was sign it? I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly, so sorry about that. It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill! Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding the smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. Ooh! What the fuck? So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? She's blowing bubbles! Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself. Now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. It seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. We have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicion. I was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. I have evidence of that? Is it the suitcase? Maybe? I'm guessing it's the suitcase, because she's the only one that bought it, right?
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Ooh, I like that sprite! The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. Why is she blowing bubbles? I'm guessing she blows bubbles to sort of trick people into thinking she's asleep so she doesn't have to talk. Because she does like the sleepy like shoo me me me, she blows bubbles, like the snot bubbles thing. So I'm guessing it's like a joke on that as well. And maybe it's like a way to not make, maybe it gives off a vibe that she smokes to give her a more evil vibe, but they don't want to put smoking, so they changed it for bubbles. I don't know. That's just my speculation. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop. I bet she's on drugs. I bet she's super on drugs. Because this whole thing started with like a drug smuggling ring situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's like, if she is the killer, she's probably also part of the smuggling. She does give stoner. That's partially why I gave her the stoner. But oh my god, what if the bubbles are the drug? What if the bubbles are part of the drug? That'd be so funny if it was just like a silly bubble drug thing. That'd be really funny as fuck. Drug bubbles. And brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor. Wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. I'm guessing who the victim was? Oh, excuse me. Because if it was just anyone, then probably it wouldn't be such a big deal. Well, I mean, it would still be a big deal. It was a murder, but not as big a deal as, like, say, killing an Interpol agent. The killer was at a loss what to... Oh, well, they probably wouldn't know. They probably wouldn't know that. But, as it just so happened, there was a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off. You mean that the whole plan to frame someone was an elaborate coincidence? No, that's not what I said. You've wrongly deduced my meaning, Miss Millie. The one... Oh, okay. I don't want a penalty. I don't want a penalty. I played Ghost Trick and I've seen you play a bunch of Ace Attorneys, so I know this is just how he writes, but Shu Takumi is an insane person. I think Shu Takumi didn't write this one, actually. I think when these games were in development, he was busy writing the Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton collab game. So this is a different team altogether. A lot of people make note to point out that this game's writing is really different from the original trilogies because it was a different team that worked on this. Have I ever played that one? The Professor Layton crossover one? Yes, I love that game. I absolutely adore that game. It's like my only experience with Professor Layton, so I do want to try playing some Professor Layton games eventually. Because I like puzzles. Puzzles are fun. I'm genuinely surprised I have not played a Professor Layton game before. Yes! I love the concept art! Oh my god. I actually found a Google Drive that has like all the concept art and like all the art book stuff for that game. And there was like trying to like adapt both characters in each other's art style. There was gonna be originally like evil versions of Phoenix and Professor Layton. And they had like so many designs before they just scrapped it all together. I kind of wish they kept with the idea because it was really funny. It's so good. I love the art book stuff for that game. Maybe it's when the murder took place? No. Not that either. I'm guessing where. Where makes sense. Wait, no, yeah, where makes sense. They had to change it. Because, like, it wouldn't make sense for him to die. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place in a plane mid-flight. If you ever get around to playing Layton, consider watching the Eternal Diva movie. I think I have seen that movie, but because I didn't know anything about Professor Layton, I didn't know the context of anything at all regarding that game. Or that movie. Because I think I watched it when there used to be like an anime channel in my TV like network. And they were just playing it randomly on TV. And I was like, oh wow, this looks cool. That's how I'll also watch the Bayonetta movie without ever having played Bayonetta before. I kinda wish they would make another Ace Attorney movie, looking back. I think they did, well, they don't need to. They made an Ace Attorney anime, so that's good enough. Because before the Ace Attorney anime, we had the live-action movie, which I've rewatched recently. I say recently as it was maybe a month or two ago. But I rewatched the Ace Attorney movie, and I love that movie. It's a very fun movie to watch. It is not like, you should not watch it without having played the original games. But think of the original movie stories. True. I think that would be fun. Like, I know they have like lives, like stage plays of Ace Attorney, and they sometimes do like, I think they've adapted the final case of the second game, and I think they have the God, what is it called? That all female, that all women's like theater group, Zakura, something like that. The all female, the all women's group. They also did a stage play of Ace Attorney too. I know that. But more often than not, they just do like original like stories for most of the stage plays for Ace Attorney, and they're really funny. They're really funny and fun. Takarazuka, that's the one. Yes, I know they've done. I think they covered the first game, maybe. Are they canon? I wouldn't say they are. I think they're like in a limbo area where they can take place in the original trilogy, but they don't specify when they take place, you know? It's one of those, like, it's just a fun little side thing that we're not gonna say or we're not gonna agree or disagree of whether it's canon or not. I miss video game movies and anime. You don't see that so often anymore. Pokemon is the outlier. Yeah, Dragon Ball movies got it. Yeah. I know that technically some of the One Piece movies are considered canon. I don't know if all of them, but I know some of them are. I think I read somewhere that any One Piece movie that has the movie in the title is supposed to be considered canon. I think. Either that, or if it's named after a color. Because I know gold and red are considered canon to, like, the One Piece timeline. So there's that. But I think most One Piece movies are, like, not canon. Which is a shame, because some of them are really good. Like, I love the horror movie one that they made, which I need to rewatch again, because it's so good. It's fucking scary. I need to play Kanto and JoJo to read One Piece. Maybe. I want to try hosting a movie night sometime in Whimsy Way, maybe. Because I think it would be fun to watch some of the One Piece movies. Maybe not all of them, but definitely I want to watch the horror one, because I really want to rewatch it again. Yes! But I would also love to show the live-action Ace Attorney movie, too. Because, like I said, it is not a faithful adaptation of the first game at all. Like, at all. It's an adaptation of the first game. Like, it has some things that are similar to it, but it changes a lot from the first game that I feel like they could have just been better off making an original story. But I don't think it's bad either. I think it's still a very entertaining movie, but you'll be disappointed if you go into it expecting it to be a faithful adaptation. Or if you watch the movie without at least having played the original game. Because I feel like the movie kind of glosses over certain details that you wouldn't really get unless you have played the original game. Exactly, yeah, exactly. That said, there are some scenes in the movie that are from the original game that I think are a lot stronger in the movie. Like they basically adapt the... They gloss over the first case, like they don't even address it. Like it's addressed, but it's like 1-2 done. It's mostly just used to establish Phoenix and Mia. Then they adapt the second case very early. Like you have to have the second case to have Maya and like set up the whole like the Fae spirit champion thing. You have to do that. But they change a lot of things. Like they change he's only similar in name, but they change up the killer a lot. And how he's connected to like the overall plot of the story. Like they made him more involved than he actually is in the original game. In terms of like plot wise. Which I don't know if it was like the intended thing, but if he was like I feel like if they actually did that connection in the original game, it would have been pretty cool. Do we see Mia Faye's massive supernaturals? As massive as like humanly like is normal on a normal human woman. If that makes sense. They completely skip the third case. Like we don't even see Phoenix touch the third case of the game. That's actually done by Edgeworth. Like we see Edgeworth taking on the third case and he solves it, he catches the real culprit. But they changed the way the case works, which is weird to me. But whatever, it gets the point across. The movie is mainly about the fourth and final case of the game. It's all about Edgeworth, it's all about the DL6 incident, it's all about what happened to him, it's all about Von Karma. That's like the main centerpiece. Everything else before it is just like setting it up. But the main like plot and topic of the whole movie is that fourth case. And I won't deny, I really, really like how they did not the finale of the case, but a specific scene. Well, actually, there's two specific scenes that always, like, stick with me when it comes to that movie. I imagine part of it was necessary because imagine condensing a 20-hour game in a movie runtime. Yeah, no, I completely understand. Really, the biggest cases of the first game is definitely the second and the fourth one. Like the last one. Those are the cases for the first game. Because, like, the first one is, like, you know, it's the first case. It's supposed to, like, introduce you to Mia, Phoenix. It's supposed to set up, like, the game, how the mechanics are, all that. Like, I get it. The third case really is just kind of filler more than anything. Like, okay, it's filler for the overall plot of the story, but I think the third case is also kind of necessary because the third case is when Edgeworth starts to get humanized a bit, and Maya and Phoenix have like these cute little bonding moments to solidify their friendship. Because in the second case, you kind of meet Edgeworth and he's a dick. He is like, you just hear like, all you know about him are the rumors that he's like, he forges evidence, he's like, he doesn't have emotion, he doesn't care about anything, he just wants to win. That's what you get, right? And then the third case, it's a filler case, but you get all these silly moments for Edgeworth. Like, it starts to humanize him a bit. His tough guy, like, untouchable prosecutor persona starts to crumble because he gets flirted on by an old woman. He has to cross-examine a child that he loses arguments with. And he has to basically join up with Phoenix to go up against a woman that's basically part of the Yakuza. And he has to be careful. Like, he is out of his element in the third case, and it really does a good job to humanize him. And I think that even though the third case is like, yes, he loses an argument with a child. One of the witnesses is a child, and he has like a camera, right? And he takes pictures of stuff. And everyone's like, they let you bring that camera into court, and Edgeworth is like, he said he wouldn't testify unless he brought the camera. And Phoenix is like, wait, you had to discuss negotiations with a child and you lost? It's really funny. So, I think the third case, while it is very filler for the overall plot of the game, it's still important to have because it humanizes Edgeworth and it sets up the tone for his character for the rest of the franchise. Like, yes, Edgeworth is a very no-nonsense guy. He takes his job very seriously. He wants to prosecute and capture criminals above all else. But he's also still human, right? Like, he has his silly moments. He gets flustered. He has a very close friendship with Phoenix. He's a little bit of a tsundere. And he also is a fan of the Steel Samurai, so he also likes tokusatsu stories. Yeah, it's more character than story, exactly. Also, I realized I've gone on a rambly tangent about Ace Attorney rather than playing the game, and I'm so sorry. I love this franchise so much. Let's get back to the game. Hold on. Let me clear my throat. The special circumstances is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself. But you, Miss Cammy Millie, only you and you alone could be the killer. And? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. I guess maybe the phone? We've never found the phone. Where's the phone?
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing. And still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Oh! Oh! Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere! I hear it, Detective. Now where is it coming from? Eh? Miss Millie, wake up! Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child. Ugh, I better find that cell phone fast! We've determined that the real crime scene is here. All that's left is to catch the killer. It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. We better hurry up to the flight attendant's room, sir! Oh! Oh, is that it? Right there, in the trash can? The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. It doesn't seem to be over here. But let's look somewhere else, sir. The ringing is coming from somewhere around here. But it's not here, sir. Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone? The ringing's coming from in here, sir! What? No, it can't be! This has gotta be the victim's cell phone! Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. What?! Why didn't the culprit turn it off? Are they stupid? I don't know. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker. What?! But... Rhoda Tenero! I don't know anything about the phone! It wasn't me! It wasn't me! Miss Von Karma, was it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Objection! Wait! I have a theory! This is related to the incident with the keycard! When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. Objection! This is related to the keycard, alright? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. I think the reason they didn't turn off the phone was exactly for this, to frame Tenero. So they're not stupid. It's actually quite smart. They did all this to frame Tenero. What should I do? Cisca's right, I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on, or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Okay, alright. So it's broken. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, we cannot even place a call into this. Maybe we can check the camera? Ah, it's a camera lens! Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Franziska! I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir! This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here that are from our killer's smuggling. The phone's all busted up, sir! Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. I'll find a way, don't you worry about it! May I go back to sleep now? Objection! The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Franziska? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be assessed. All we needed to do is to transfer the data to my phone. Franziska, your phone if you please. Very well. Transferring. Alright, displaying it now. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey! The elephant's nowhere in this pic, sir! But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ouch! She's right, sir. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? there really nothing in this title that we can use? I don't know. You're the prosecutor / investigator. Wait a minute. Hold on. What about... Wait, hold on. This whole thing is missing. From Zhengfa. What's all this? Oh! They are cargo shipped from Virginia to Zhengfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says... blah blah blah. It is cloth in English. Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer... What? What for is that Scary's face? Miss Millie. Yes? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. Huh? He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Ha! Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading on a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Virginian cargo of this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Is it this?
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? Now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from the cleanup to I can't read. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand. I was like, how does that prove anything? But that makes perfect sense. She's the only one that can read Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Mealy. That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Virginian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What?! There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Virginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Oh, bed sheets! Bed sheets! They could have used the bed sheets! Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir! Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I had spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Virginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box of the bed sheets would have been opened. However, the Virginian cloth, look, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengfa? That's right. That is why the Virginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy Mealy. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Millie? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa? He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. Started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. She really did just push him. So it was a moment of panic, more than anything. She was smuggling drugs, and he was investigating, and she was scared about getting caught, and in a moment of panic, she pushed him and killed him. That's basically what happened. It wasn't premeditated or anything like that. It was a moment of passion and panic. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did you say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. I'm kinda sad the bubbles weren't the drugs after all. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Transformers. Mr. Edgeworth! I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you so much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's... I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down the lady's generous offer. Aw, Edgeworth! Well, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind. Now, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. She's sweet. She's sweetness. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun! Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges! By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filing out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Montcalm's always busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir! Oh, does he want to say goodbye? Nyah. Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed, I have no time for idle chat. I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscence. Just who do you think I am? You are Franziska Montcalm, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing hero living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father, Manfred Montcalm, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there is another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent. He's a star among Interpol agents, and he has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back. In full. Bye! And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt in the instant noodles tonight. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Hey, you did it too, buddy! Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of the ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Oh. Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Ah, I've forgotten my voice. Miles, my... What? What? Oh my god! Oh my god! I got so fucking scared! Holy fuck! I thought it was someone else! Oh my god, I got so scared. I thought it was someone else entirely. Mr. Amano! Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. Oh, Edgeworth is talking on the phone. Someone called him, and he was like, don't tell me you forgot the sound of my voice, and my boy. And when he said my boy, granted, he doesn't say this now that I think about it. I thought this was a character from the original trilogy, and I got really fucking scared because I was like, how is he still able to, why is he calling Edgeworth now? But no, it ended up being someone else, so, phew! There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. What do you mean? Well, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Ah, Franziska. Yay! Wait, before that, I wanna look at... Yes, I wanna look at the gallery. We unlocked more stuff. We unlocked more sprites. Let's see. Yeah! We get to see more of these! I love seeing the comparison between the HD and the original... Well, this isn't the original pixels. I've realized this is like... Well, this is like the original sprites. These sprites, specifically, were used in the mobile port. And you can tell by the fucked up, like, outlines. God, the comparison between, like, the HD version and the sprites, like, the frame rate is fucking crazy! Like, look at that! Look at the difference! I'm still not over it. That's so cool. We got her. Her fucking swagger. Let's see, like, oh, let's see her breakdown. older sprites have charm, but the frames are amazing and smooth. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, the old sprites are super charming, don't get me wrong. But the difference in frame rate between the two is crazy. Hold on, let me... Like, look at this. Like, this is like, at most, maybe 4 frames, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Like, look at that! That's insane! Like, they even animated her, like, her little, like, front hair swaying. It's so clean! And there's this fucking guy. Look at his little run! This guy only and the victims only have like 4 sprites. Not even a front-facing one. This guy only gets 2. I see seems like the victims don't get more than like just 4 sprites. You don't even get a front face. Ah, so cool. Makes sense, they did. Exactly. Alright. Let's go to case 3! The kidnapped turnabout. Oh. Ooh, mystery place. Okay. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. Oh fuck, this is throw not working. Count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Wait, pause. I think throw is not working. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Let me restart throw. You're gonna see my gnome hitbox for a sec. There we go. It should work now. Let me redeem it so you don't waste your points. There we go. Hi, Magna! Also, this is actually a good moment for me to, like, turn on my AC, because it is I'm sweating! It's hot right now! Whew. But hi, Magna! You're just in time for the 3rd case! We're out! We're about to start it! Ouch! I just finished the 2nd case, and we're about to start the 3rd one right now. You heard the beep? Yeah. Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off. Oh shit. He's using the suitcase he got from Tenero! Let's see, I checked the money, is all there. Safe inside this suitcase. Oh, what's up, Veal? All I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper. Went to take an allergy shot, and the nurse administering it has a bunch of video game pins on her ID. She was a big Cynical fan and called it her baby. It was all— aww! I love stuff like that. There's something so fun about, like, finding someone with a similar interest in fields you don't expect it, you know? It's such a nice feeling. Like, I know, like, stuff like Pokemon is, like, a big franchise. Like, almost everyone likes it at this point. But it's still nice to, like, see someone be a fan of it in, like, a field, like, in a work field you don't expect someone to be a fan of it. Like, I remember one time when I was, like, flying and I was traveling, and I had, like, a little Kirby coin purse, because I was keeping some stuff in it, right? and I had it attached, and I was like taking something else to give to my mom. And the pilot, when he was greeting people to like get into the plane, he actually pointed out my coin purse. Is like, oh my god, cute. He went cute, and I was like, oh, thank you. It's like, I love Kirby. It's like, thanks, I love Kirby too. It's so nice. It was such a nice little moment. Oh man. Which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. If someone's fave Pokemon is not from the first 150, I trust them. Oh my god, I love your Kirby and Animal Crossing Pikmin bags. Love! Not that liking the first 150 is bad, it's that beyond that, it's more specific. Yeah, I think that, like, it's easy to find someone that's, like, into, like, the original 150, but if they know, like, the Pokemon beyond that, that's saying, like, oh yeah, they're a fan of the franchise. Like, they actually like the franchise, not just seen it from a distance. I don't know, it's like weird, but it's like a bit of a tell. The Dunkin' drive-thru person saw all your bags in your car and was like, oh my god, I love your Kirby and Animal Crossing Pikmin bags. Love, that's so sweet! My eyes bulge out of my head when I see it across from me IRL. That's so sweet. I love that. That like stuff like that can make a person's day, honestly. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Look at him with that Gatewater. Gatewater? Like the hotel? Oh my god! Welcome to Gatewater Land! Huh? Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you! I'm the Proto Badger! Nice to meet you! Oh my god, I just realized it's the Blue Badger theme. Excuse me, but weren't you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? I have not heard the bald guy's voice in Masters. I know he's in Masters, I haven't heard the voice though. Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad! Well, have a good day. Oh. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. Oz would love to be here. True! Oh, let me see. Let me hear. Let me see this.
Ta-da! Look who just rolled up! It's your pal Ball Guy! Here, catch! You'll have a ball with this!
That's like
There's
the
an
perfect
event
voice.
happening now. Hooray! Let's keep the ball rolling! This is new! A whole new ball game! Hey there! Thanks for rolling by to have a chat with your mate, the Ball Guy! Let's have a ball...
Not chat with your mate. Oh my god. I know what you're wondering. And yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. It's fucked up that they have that, like, this place is called Gatewater Land. Cause, like, that was just a hotel in the first game, and now it's a whole fucking amusement park? Crazy. Edgewood speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. The Governors?! What the hell?! Max Galactiva versus Troop Grammari?! What?! Oh yeah, these are super references. I'm guessing this... Well, it makes sense. This game takes place before Apollo Justice. But this game was made after Apollo Justice, I'm pretty sure. So, to give context, Max Galactica is a character from the second game. The case he's from is awful. Troop Grammari is an integral part of Apollo Justice, and the Governors is the band that the prosecutor from Apollo Justice is a part of. Awful how? Very dated tropes. Very dated tropes ends up making 3 characters pedophiles. Essentially. And also the case is just extremely annoying to play. Like, it's awful. It's genuinely awful. The Governor, yep, that one exactly. I should have known they would pull more Apollo Justice references, considering they've mentioned Borginia of all places. Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. That case is like the only one that I'm like, just like, I think it's still important to play, because it's a third case, so it's a character-driven case, right? But I think it's important to play not just that, but also because it just goes to show how much of an improvement the anime adaptation did with that case. Like, the anime adaptation of that case is so much better. Like, they fixed so much about that it makes the case a lot more tolerable. Probably because you don't have to play it. What it changed? It removed a lot of the old tropes. Like, it makes the characters less pedophilic. I don't remember if it completely removed the love triangle altogether, but it's still, like, I think it's still mentioned because it's important to the plot. I don't know. I don't exactly remember. But it also fixes a lot of, like, character portrayals with, like, in that case. Like, it makes a lot of characters more sympathetic. It adds scenes that wasn't in the game, which makes them more sympathetic, and, like, I think the anime adaptation is what they were trying to go for in the game, but they couldn't do it because, you know, the game was originally a GBA game. They only have so much space in the cartridge, so they couldn't fit all of it. But yeah. They also kind of did something similar to that with the third case of the first game when they adapted it, but I'm not a huge fan of that one because they also removed characters, which I'm not a huge fan of. They removed one character, which admittedly she's not like super important. You could do the case without her, but I don't know. It's kind of annoying that they went ahead and did that. Like, they managed to get the case across without this character, but it kind of removed some cute moments between Phoenix and Amiya and Maya too. So I'm like, I like this one scene they added in the anime that I think adds a lot to the case. Like, a lot. But other than that, I think it's still better to play the game version. And then watch the anime. Yeah. I think the anime is just pretty good. The anime adds a lot of context that is missing in the games. Which, granted, is probably context that was developed after these games have already been finished, you know? But still, it just makes going back to the trilogy all that much more sweeter, you know? Alright. Just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I wonder if Takumi had a say in that change? That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure if Takumi had like stuff to add to the anime adaptation. I'll have to look into that. That's interesting to look at. That's an interesting thing to like think about. I suppose not. And now we're going to the Haunted Mansion. I've arrived. Go inside. Whoa! Ooh! Oh! What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Leave the money and go. Now.
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. Couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Eh? 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 Adrian! Adrian's behind you! Adrian! Adrian! Ah! It was a trap! That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? What are they talking about? He's right behind me, isn't he? Split. Police. All right. In front of meetup. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Oh, poor Edgeworth. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Saibatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, and I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh shit, it's her! It's our assistant of the game! It took 2 cases for her to show up. Damn. Who are you? One of the kidnappers?
Kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger.
Must be worn out from today's ordeal. Hocus smiles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu!
The great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu?
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. Girl!
Why did you say your real name?
You can call me Kay, okay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces.
Ugh.
Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes to here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
Aw, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl.
This is your Maya! This is your Maya, Edward!
You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I mind! I haven't stolen anything yet! Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. She's cute.
Don't surprise me like that! I can't believe you're just shoving things in my face! I mean, aren't there more pressing things you'd rather ask little old me?
He has a point. I should probably find out more about my mysterious savior first. And I appreciate that he loves weird girls. Haunted house, stadium, Wild Wild West, and main gate. When you say you are the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu?
Yup! The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief! But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had the chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
Don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it! There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here!
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing, and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be?
But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor?
I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember!
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here!
Well... It would seem that we are locked in for the other side.
What? No way! I don't hear you! La la la!
Hey, do you remember where you came in from? You do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Oops. Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out.
Okay. Let me pick up my phone.
Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Ah, but we do have a way. Right here. His old-ass fucking Nokia phone!
Ah! There was a cell phone here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay? I was so worried, sir! I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure! If only I hadn't lost sight of you! Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. They live in a pseudo-futuristic society, right? That would make the phone even funnier? Yeah. Yeah, it would. Who is this? Shilong Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Ji says the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You cause quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. Should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse of judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out here, post haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you. Eventually. You!
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No. My phone ran out of power.
No way!
It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
Okay. Let's see. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally?
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family too.
Oh god.
If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really cool Posh prize.
Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. There's only one of each of the 4 members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with the picture of that?
You can't do that! That's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it!
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against the wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game. A point. Is this really that important? What is this?
Looks like the bad badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me.
I guess the bad badger's costume is, at the very least, a 2-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Okay, I guess this is important then.
Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape.
And what exactly do you have in mind?
Well, we could paint help in really giant letters.
And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building.
Okay then, how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops.
Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we?
Hey! There's something inside the bottom right box! Oh, I think it's the Pink Badger costume!
Pink Badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole Badger clan with this.
Proto-Badger, the very first Badger. Vile Badger, a vile criminal with a gun? Blue Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Pink Badger, note her unique pink bow. What is this thing?
Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan.
Whatever, I suppose I could keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all their costumes?
It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater crew owes the police from all those cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state and they used it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. Doesn't Oz hate that thing? Oh yeah, Oz hates the blue badger with a passion. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, a key! And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
The something is what is relevant to my interest. What do you mean the blue bag?
What the fuck? Allow!
Hold on. Why is the blue badger procking the auto mod?
Hello?
Why did the blue badger proc the auto mod? Yes, it's rocking the auto mod! Why is blue badger procking the auto mod? I was about to say, I think Oz added blue badger to the auto mod list. Hold on, I need to get to the bottom of this. Where's Oz? Oz, you better be online right now. That's so fucking funny! What the fuck? Oh my god, I can't laugh too much because my throat's is feeling the scrunch right now, but that's so funny! Oh my god. I should get some water actually. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water really quick. Oh my god. Oswald McFucking-Fly, I'm gonna get you! They took our... But not just... the word! They auto-modded it too! Okay, I got some water here. They took our blue badger! I have to keep allowing people to use the word blue badger! It's so fucking funny, I kinda don't want to fix it. It's so funny. I suppose this is the pink badger. But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
Wait, hold on. Oh my god, Edgeworth! Proto Badger needs to swoop in and save the day. True. True. That's the only difference.
And the fact that she's pink.
Yes,
And her lips are red. See the lipstick?
Does she have lipstick? No, she doesn't. She doesn't have lipstick on. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? This is the blue badger that I met at the main gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now?
My guess is in the DS version, the image was so pixelated that they could get away with saying her lips are red. Maybe, true. So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this Badger, Kay?
I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves! Surely you must also think that there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it! I decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover!
Good luck with that one.
Look! It's the Blue Badger!
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis!
What in the... Why is she beating it up?
He's got the word badge right in the name! That's nothing but bad news for someone like me! And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I better be careful, or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone!
I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. She's so silly. I kinda love her. Look at his stupid gay little run. Alright, let's do some logic. Oz, did you put Blue Badger in the auto mod list? It keeps auto-modding Blue Badger! I think you're the only person I can think of that would do that. Yes! Years ago? That's so fucking funny then! Something you did like literal years ago came back. That's genuinely so fucking funny. You set a trap that lay in wait for years! Years! This is just like Apollo Justice! It does sound very euphemismistic. Does it? Look at me as blood too! So it is you! It was you then! Stop adding shit to my automod list! Oh my god! That's not even how you write his name! That's not even how you write his name! You are so petty! You are so petty! I'm gonna put his theme just to piss you off. No, I want the updated, the HD version. There we go. What do you mean Look At Me is now banned? What the fuck? What the fuck is that name? Look at Me is a really funny character from the third case of the third game. Do kiss me. He's a really funny character that Oz despises. Does this count as abusing one's power? A little bit, but Oz is one of my besties, so they're allowed. Plus, it's really funny. To be fair, I think it hasn't been the case because we haven't been able to play like any of the the original trilogy for like years. I think the last time I played the original trilogy was I didn't even play the original trilogy. I've played the final case of the first game that's not even part of the original trilogy. Because I want my friends to play the original trilogy, and I want to be there for that. Ugh. Oh, I finished my water. Okay. Whew! Oh. Okay. Oh! Oh, it's a Magic the Gathering frog. I forgot her name, though. Hold on. Fiddling with something here. There we go. Ugh! Oh my god. It did. It really did. Okay, let's get back to the game. Sorry for yelling at you at DMs. I hope you're having a good night, Oz. Alright, let's get back to the game. It seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. Must be another way out of here. Okay. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over there and out of the window if we climb this.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it! The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies! Here I go!
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
Help.
Man, why did they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How was a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb up on top of these lockers.
Aha! That's pretty clever. You make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Huh. Huh. Man, why did they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It's just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with 2 kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot.
Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's see, there's this. Is that what I think it is?
It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves!
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against a beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped-up floor panel in place. Which reminds me.
Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth?
Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these 2 rooms are very similar in structure. But they may have just found our ticket out.
Ah!
Let's see.
Let's see. Aha!
This hook is on this beam.
You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Oops. I did something...
There you go. Really? Like what?
Look, what happens if you try a wrong guess? In the logic thing, if you try to put 2 things that don't make sense, they just don't connect, and then you take a penalty, and you take some damage. Because you have like a little HP bar, sort of. As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping the floor panel propped up, which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it!
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp.
Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Aha! Now this is what I call a treasure. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch!
Alright. This thing is locked down tight.
Aw, fiddlesticks!
Did she run with me? No.
Yo!
I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha! Just leave it to me! I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big!
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Yep! Wait!
Are you alright, Kay?
Oh, thank you for the sub, Oz. I'm fine. The letter just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit? I just like the way she pops up.
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. Ugh, I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way! I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Oh, wait. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh? So, how are we going to bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see! If we use this...
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
Yay!
Alright! Now we can get out of here!
Yes, we spent already too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Let's get out of here.
Oh my god, Kitty! 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 Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty!
Where are we? Oh! Sorry, I need to see that again. Help! The way he clips through Kay is so funny! He's like behind her! That's so funny. Looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Seymour Skinner energy. Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, count off! That's a lot of guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! 98, 99! Shifu! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir! Who the fuck are these two? Including a blue badger. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? What's up with his face? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. Those are his glasses?! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Those are stupid! Those are the dumbest looking glasses I've ever seen! And I watched JoJo! No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely! Ah! Lang Ji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. Oh my god, I have to. This is so tired! You know, I don't normally feel cringe at things from media I like. This is an exception. That made me cringe. That made me cringe really bad. Oh my god. So don't you ever forget to show proper respect towards another person. Sheena.
Oh, she's cute.
This isn't much, but please, accept my card.
The glasses or the line? The line. I was referring to the line. Well, if an eye patch looks cool, then eye patch-shaped sunglasses are also cool, and 2 eye patches make it twice as cool. I mean, it's just common sense. I guess I can't argue with that. Oh my god, someone else has the frog icon. Like me.
Please, accept my card. Oh, thank you. These 2 fucking doofuses. Something about this is killing me. I don't know why this is killing me so bad. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. They're gonna see who the other one is and realize that they were jerks to each other before. Oh fuck, I forgot to read. Hold on. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Shifu! Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Jingfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved in this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or 2 about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. Huh! How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. Big words. Big words. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca in the 3rd person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. Oh! This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and you're way out of your league. No hard feelings. But why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? Pretty boy?! How dare you mock the court! I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? Fat! And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Oh, honey, I don't think it's loathing coming from those eyes. You see those eyes? There's something else entirely going on there! Oh god, he has the glasses back on. Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewaterland. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me! Dismissed! Sir!
I don't think he knows what prosecutor means.
Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here, and don't cause any trouble. Understand? Wait!
The lady didn't even get to say a single word.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that.
Excuse
excuse me.
Kitty.
Highly doubt I'll find a clue in here, but I might as well check just to be sure. This brochure is heavy. You there! Do you know what's inside this thing? It's the emergency water supply for putting out fires. I see. Well, they certainly are well prepared. He doesn't address the kitty. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I have to deal with this impasse for now.
Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
Alright, not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more.
So, what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now. Aw, they're both doing a arms crossed pose. That's cute. I don't know why. That's so cute to me. It's like she's imitating him almost. Let's make things a bit more complicated.
Oh, come on. You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing.
She's so cute, I like her. What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. Oh my god, this game also- something also happened 7 years ago! Oh, it's just like Apollo Justice all over again! Ah! Makes sense. I think this team also had a hand in writing Apollo Justice. So it makes sense. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu liked to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporations was infiltrated and without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth.
So, like, anonymous? I guess. If it seems like they only target corrupt corporations and, like, actual bad people. So, fuck yeah, Yatagarasu. Hell yeah.
Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? That can't be, can it?
It's a book of information about my arch enemy, the Blue Badger. But I won't lose to the likes of him. You just wait and see. I'm going to write a tome of thievery. How's that, Mr. Edgeworth?
The information that winds up on your wanted poster will suffice in this competition.
What do you think about this?
If you're going to steal anything, at least keep your hands off of my lines.
Alright. I'll return it to you. Here you go.
I was hoping for some information in return, but my line will do for now.
Come on, the Badger family is waiting for us to find and take pictures of them. And remember, you have to yell Badger get each time, or it doesn't count.
They even have a rule for when you take their pictures?
Tell me about it. I was planning to steal all of my shots as any proper great thief should.
Does the concept of stealing permeate every aspect of this girl's life?
Shine, get!
It's, well, kind of. Basically, we're in an amusement park themed around the Blue Badger from the looks of it. Because this place is sponsored by the police. Maybe I don't need to play this game. Hey, Ernest Amano, benefactor when I studied abroad in Germany, director of the Amano Group. Lance Amano, son of Ernest Amano, victim of kidnapping. I knew him when he was a child. Okay. Yeah, this is Propaganda Land. She's 17! She's a little baby thing! They're purported the Great Thief. She claims to be the Yatagarasu, but... Shi Long Lang boasts he has the highest arrest rate in Interpol in charge of kidnapping case. Shi Na. Lang's trusty secretary. Level-headed, she supports him in his investigations. Hello! That wriggling. I just can't bring myself to call it dancing. That's it! Some sort of tracks were left in the mud here, thanks to the rain. They look like tire tracks. Too bad they're destroying the Wild West atmosphere they worked so hard to create. The tires on whatever made these probably got pretty muddy as well. It's an empty barrel. I venture to guess that its only purpose is to set the mood. It's a cactus, and there's something written here on the sign. This cactus is a very gracious gift of Gatewater land from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. Great job, detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir! I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir! I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be! I shall prepare the 21 gun salute now or later. Help! Detective, are you sure it was this precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir! I think I would know the number of my own precinct like the back of my hand! Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead? With an army of his own agents? That, I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Gumshoe, your chest looks heavy. Let me hold it for you. Me. I love Gumshoe. He's so beautiful. Look at that face. I love that man. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Interpol doesn't work that way! Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? That girl over there, I mean.
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday!
What?! Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay. Yeah! I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant! Me! It's been like that since forever!
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
Kay! How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir! She stole my role, sir! I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet.
No way! I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Help. Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Mr. Amano.
Look at this guy.
Oh, Miles, my boy! I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
Oh, no. Think nothing of it.
Zootopia was okay, it falls flat in a lot of places, especially the villain Paw Patrol is not something I will ever watch. What it's worth, I think it's okay to like media that's basically propaganda as long as you acknowledge it's trying to make cops look good.
Yeah, I think so.
As you know, Manfred and I go way back.
I don't think that's a thing to brag about nowadays.
I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood.
I don't think he was a very beloved disciple.
If you want to go overseas, you need only ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
I was not expecting a serious answer, but thank you for answering. Like the anime You're Under Arrest, that's propaganda, but it's good anime? Is it now? Let me see.
So who's the old man?
He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano.
Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano.
Hold on there! Then what happened to all that money?
I believe the 1 million has been stolen, and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?!
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house, and the receiver gave the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy!
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. What's the classic anime animations and great and pro tags are a couple of girls? It's so—
Oh, really? Oh, that one?
Ooh, okay. I definitely want to check it out then. Because I've always been curious about where that gift comes from.
You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that.
He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Aw. Weird, but aw. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again?
How will telling you about Lance help you get to him?
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationship and behavior.
Very well then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off him.
Is there anything else about him you noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Oliver Deacon. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends?
They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like a name I had better keep in mind.
Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir!
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
You think I'm losing to you, pal? Forget it.
Yay!
So what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area, but the culprits were here until very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Oh. Hey, you there! Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off, I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation! You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command! No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy! Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents.
Well, that was exciting.
Okay.
What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever. You win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say.
But if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Yay, little run! Maybe I can talk to this guy now?
Hey! It's the Blue Badger!
What is she doing?
Badger, get!
Oh, she's taking a picture. I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again.
Aha!
Oh my god! Oh my god, it's him! What is he doing here? Ah! You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! It's Mike Meekins! He was in the fucking, Turnabout, like, Rise of the Ashes case I streamed a couple years back. Yeah! Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir! He was also an apologist too for the final case. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. Oh my god, wait, I streamed that case 2 years ago? And the case happened 2 years ago? Oh my god, I couldn't have timed this better! I couldn't have timed it better! That's the guy from a non-canon case. Sort of, it's not part of the original trilogy, but I guess it's still considered canon since it is in the main game, and they're referencing it right now, so, you know, might as well be canon. But the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir! I'm the Blue Badger! And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids! That's never a waste of time, sir! I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir! I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnapper had escaped, sir! I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir! I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone.
Seeing that some people never change.
He's so cute. As big as Detective Gumshoe, boy, you better start eating and working out then. Yeah, he's a skinny guy.
So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir! That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir! But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir!
I see. Agent Lank is very wise to employ this sort of divisionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir, it's such an honor!
So did you find anything out? How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir! For about 1 little hour, sir!
It's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir!
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir!
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir!
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, sir! Oh, my phone died. Whoops, I forgot to charge my phone! Hold on. Oopsie, I forgot to charge my phone, tee-hee!
Whoops! I guess while my phone is charging for a little bit, let me do this really quick. Hold on. Boop. And then... there we go. I can use this for now until my phone charges. Oh, fuck. I'm still fucking Pokemon. Hold on. I need to change... What Fugi can I use? Hold on. Let me see. What Fugis do I have set up? Guess I can use this for now. Oh god, I'm so big. Hold on. There you go. I went from cute Pokemon Fugi to... Why are you demonic? Because that's what Oz sees when they look at the Blue Badger. This is what they see. Alright. I'll probably only play for a little bit because I'm starting to feel my throat being like, ugh. And it's also pretty late. So let's play for like a little bit more. Maybe like 30 minutes, I will say. Have some honey lemon tea? We don't have tea! I don't drink tea.
And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir! I haven't seen any suspicious looking people this whole time, sir! But I did see a badger, sir! A lone blue badger!
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. If he's the Blue Badger...
Take that!
Wait, is it not this? I'm just a little patrolman. I don't understand what you're talking about, sir.
I can't say I get it either.
What? What? But it, oh my god. What do you mean it wasn't that one? Oh my god. Did I have to present this one? They both have the Badgers! They both have the Badger family in them! They both have the Badger family! Whatever, man.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask about your last statement. Sir! Of course, sir! If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor! This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait! You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in at any given time. Yeah, but that one is explicit. It says that there is one of each. I guess, yeah, I suppose. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. Sir!
Then that would mean that there are two blue badgers walking around? But why?
Does this make anything? A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away.
Precisely. After all, the costume that went missing from the storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger.
Yes, those three.
So there were 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
If Oz were here, they'd say even one blue badger shouldn't exist. Yeah, all 3 costumes are missing. But the pink badger is still, like, accounted for. I already spoke to him. Garage.
Aha! So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right?
Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it would left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why there are tracks made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. The fuck? Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme.
It looks so lifelike, don't you think?
Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them?
If you can coax them out of there, sure! Come on! I know you can sweet-talk them out.
I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. I like their dynamic, it's silly.
Ha! I've got you now, you vile criminals!
I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these.
Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. You don't really think that the criminals would be hiding here right in front of 2 officers?
I certainly hope not.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up.
Should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we followed them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it would be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't this one of those things you tie horses to?
Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment.
Aw, I was hoping I would get to ride one.
You know how to ride a horse?
Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse.
She's so stupid.
Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic.
She's a little stupid.
If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them.
Water would be the obvious answer.
But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad?
People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted.
Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really liked the strange taste.
Look who's making fun of them now. Help.
Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local police precinct.
I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place.
So is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly.
Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. What? Really?
Sir, I'm undercover as the Blue Badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know anything about anything, sir.
I mustn't respond to that. It'd be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Sir, you have a copy of the Blue Badger Bible too, sir. That was written by experts of the Badger's family, sir, and it's very, very thorough. It doesn't matter that I was made the Blue Badger only a little while ago, sir. That book helped me memorize every name of every badger, sir!
It's not that hard to remember 4 incredibly obvious names.
Drip drop, little by little, our privacy is being sold off to the public through this, sir. But that means I need to work extra hard on my cute poses!
Ooh, like what?
Like this!
Great! Now I know what your new pose will be. Look, sir, I have successfully stolen this pose and speaking style, sir!
Ugh, that's nice, Kay.
Sir! It's so incredibly shiny, but it has a really ugly shape! I knew it! I was right to go for the much more manly police badge, sir! But I lose it a lot, and I just know I'm going to lose it for real one of these days, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, I think this cop is 1 donut short of a baker's dozen.
I know. Believe me, I know.
Help!
She is really stupid, but I love her. I care for you, Kay Faraday. What else do I need to investigate? This guy? No.
Is there any logic thing I need to do?
Oh, yay!
Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Need you to play Ghost Trick. I do. I want to play Ghost Trick so bad. I need to get it. I need to get it. I think it's it's on Switch and on Steam, right? No, don't worry. I do want to play Ghost Trick. I just need to get it. I haven't been able to get it yet. Gotcha, gotcha. I think I have it wishlisted, but I just keep forgetting to buy it. Because so many games come out lately. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints to go badger hunting.
So we're looking for footprints made by a costume.
Hey! I think I found them! There are 2 sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
This set is walking off to the west. It just stops! I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed!
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
Wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth! I've got him! I've got one of the culprits!
Ah, no! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins.
It's on sale right now?
Hold on. By how much? Hold on. On Switch? Oh my god, wait. Hold on, wait. I wasn't expecting a sale. Oh, that's a good sale, though! That's a really good sale, though! Ooh, I really want to. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want it to accidentally show my information.
Yay!
What is the DLC? What does DLC have? Oh, is it just music? Yay! Soon I will get gricked up. 2 minutes. Wow! Well, that's happening. I'm gonna go look at my pictures. Go look at my Tomodachi stuff.
Don't open your eyes yet. It's so cozy.
Gay people.
Aww. I want to be sweethearts.
This is my daughter.
It's just a smudge.
No! Stormy. When my OCs get married. Alright. That's enough of that. But our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage.
Sir! Roger will go, sir!
Oh, okay. Let's open this shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Ah!
Oh, fuck!
Oh no! Dead man!
What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Heaven, who is this man?
I'm glad I got it before you did, Ben.
It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lung or his men return. Kidnapper's footprints lead to this right to this garage. Right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound.
Sure, calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can be accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it. It's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver! Nice! It is worth something after all! Ooh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name.
Colin Deveray. But this man's name is...
Hey, it's one of the best features in our life. Otto, get it? Because the name is car, Otto. I'll bet myself. Hi, Ryu. Teehee. Hello.
Funny enough, I am probably going to wrap up in a little bit because my throat's hurting from playing this game for so long. Oh, right! Carmine Accidenti! That's right! Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what we can piece together myself. 2 gunshot wounds. One in his abdomen, his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound.
And the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Whoa.
Nice! I knew you could figure it out.
Comes with experience, and I've seen my fair share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems to be a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make note of this oddity. What a peculiar car.
Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the Blue Badger Mobile. And it has 3 tires. So maybe it left those tire tracks behind.
That's simply not possible.
Huh? Why?
Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it was started rain.
Oh, gotcha. Good eye.
It's a shame I don't see any other clues around. Oh, you're right. I should check the shoes. Let me see. Oh, but it's not letting me check the shoes. Maybe I can still deduce? Oh no, I don't have the footprints on my evidence. Let's see. Anything else here we can investigate, maybe? Victim, Oliver Deacon, age 50. Time of death, pending autopsy. Cause of death, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point lower right abdomen, exit point right shoulder. Remarks, despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood on the site where the body was found. Colin Deveray. You got anything to say about this? Mr. Romano, this body.
Yes, that's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. Why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with?
Oh, did you know? I really love this kind of chair, the way it rocks back and forth.
When I grow
old, I plan to sit in one of these and rock the day away every day. But you don't have to wait, Mr. Edgeworth. You're just the right age for one.
Do I really project myself as someone of that age? I love rocking chairs. They're so nice. I don't think we have any more logic stuff. No. I think we need to deduce something still. Can we investigate? No? Anything else? Maybe we do deduce? This piece of evidence alone solves this whole case!
Really? You think so? Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it.
I can't believe I made such a large blunder. Not even this little girl could point it out. Okay, never mind then. The dirt patch? No, nothing here. What evidence do I have? Of this, I have the badgers. I got the profile. Oh, maybe his name? Maybe this? Nope, not that either. Oh wait, no it is. Okay, never mind. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name in the pendants is Colin Devereaux. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Okay, that was it. Yay! I healed. Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie? Oh, wait, that was a woman. Oh my god, a girl. Cute girl. Excuse... I thought that was the dad again. Excuse me, but who are you? Hmm?
Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Laurel. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with...
Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops.
Do you have a ring pop? His girlfriend.
Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends. And, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it. So I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
May I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately. And I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him. And then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here.
Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself.
Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. It looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder.
Oh, he's back.
But my man brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah. The guy's dead. Hey! You waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. Oh, what? Sir! I had nothing to do with it, sir! Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit brash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning. But that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field.
This is how people get wrongly convicted! And this is why people hate cops!
All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets.
But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake!
Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
That's tyranny! I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes.
Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man. Yeah, he's no longer cool. Now he's just a dick. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? How dare you! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Dickface says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic.
Shilong Lang's logic.
I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With our current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying. Beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf. You don't mess with me or my pack. I hate him. I hate him. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ji. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he's that famous. Oh. Lang Ji developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies.
But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied in today's world? You want to put it to the test?
Okay. That said, I am stopping here. Because my throat is killing me. Doing this guy's voice sucks. I need to stop here. Ugh. He is so cringe. I hate him. Oh my god, I hate him. Ugh, this guy sucks. But thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Carby, you will let me know when you plan on streaming Ghost Trick. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll probably play it after I finish maybe this game. Or that depends, because right after this I'm going into the second investigations game for sure. Cringe man with the cool design and stupid glasses. And Dual Destinies, I definitely want to move into Spirit of Justice. So maybe when I finish Nappletail, which shouldn't be too long, I think I'm reaching the very end of that game. And I don't know how close I am to beating Rubato. Which, by the way, as I'm speaking, this is the current stream of the week. No streams tomorrow or Thursday. I need to rest my throat. But I will be playing more Rubato on Friday, as always. And Ace Attorney Dual Destinies on Saturday with the Whimsy Workforce. That's gonna be the stream schedule probably next week as well. Most like. I think next week I will probably wrap up Nappletail, which makes me sad because I've really been loving the game and I wish I could play it more, but alas. I'm sure there's probably like some post-game stuff in it maybe, but we'll see. And we'll continue this game on Tuesday and talk to this guy again. I'm going to see if maybe I can have other people join me for the investigation streams. Not like all the time, but maybe like sometimes, because man, doing all these voices is hurting my throat. But yeah. Same time, same stuff next week. Probably not same time, because I'm doing a thing where I'm trying to like, I'll just stream at any time I want, but just have listed the days, because that feels easier to keep track of. But yes, thank you so much everyone for stopping by and joining me for these. This game's very fun. I enjoy this game muchly. And let me find someone we can raid into really quick. Let's see. Oh my god, everyone's playing Final Fantasy XIV because the new patch was today. I need to get on that as well. I've only done the last of the Alliance raid, so that's the only thing I've done, but I haven't done the new MSQ update. Boot Badger is illegal. Sure, we can do that one. Let's see. Who do we raid into? Yeah, let's raid into Cran. Let's raid into Cran. Cran's playing Pokemon Shield. So, yeah. And please. AKA the wife guy. On stream, thank you, Magna. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a treat seeing folks here. I just hope the stream was fun for everyone else. And with that, I take my leave. I need to rest. But I hope to see you here again on Friday for more Roboto. Or maybe next week for more of this game. And with that, take care. Bye! Raid messages, Blue Badger is illegal. Bye! Well.